That's why it's so toxic. Yeah, information.
No, you're fine. You should get right into the rhythm. Jump in there. Wait a minute. Just get right into it. Don't be afraid.
You'll be participating, but what you participating? You'll be participating. Yes.
Really, really scared.
She is not foolish.
Just let it flow. Just let it flow. I'm open. There you go.
My ocean ain't blue.
Your ocean is dead.
My ocean is dead.
It's dry.
Menopause.
I'm telling you, it's all dry.
Did you say menopause?
Menopause.
Stop it. Cut it out.
Menopause.
It's that cross between spring and winter.
No, you better let somebody else say that.
It's like, yeah.
Nah, you gotta let somebody else say that. So, there's a reason why I don't play a musical instrument. Anybody want to play with the ocean?
We can all, actually, let us start this way and then slowly go. You know what I'm saying? It's happening.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Give it up for the ocean drunk.
Play that ocean.
I know, right? You playing it? You can give up singing.
I'm a
This is your new job.
Harriett member. I'm a card carrying member.
I want to follow you.
Now you want to do another one? You want to do another one? Y'all want to do it together? Good evening and welcome. You're listening to the sounds of Karen Smith and KYMA on the Singing Bowls. I want to welcome you to this evening of Healing Through the Divine Feminine. There's a lot of feminine energy up in here. So we want to welcome you and hope you just sit back and enjoy and listen and get some of this medicine. I'm going to take this time to invite Pheralyn Dove up to come up and do some poetry for you. And she's going to play the piano.
Peace and love, everybody. It's an honor to be here. And thank you, Denise, and thank you, Janine, for having us here today. And I'm going to recite 3 poems today. And on the last poem, I will accompany myself on the piano. Okay? So, this first poem is dedicated to all of us here. It's called Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. Do you need me to speak up? No, or you motion is fine. Okay. Still I rise, Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got gold oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines pumping in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air I rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bring in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the hope and the dream of the slave. I rise. I rise. I rise. And the next poem, I'm going to talk about womanhood, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about our domestic arts. And sometimes as women, we feel like we have too much to do. And that's a good reason to make a lot of money so you can hire somebody to help you with all those extra things. But there are some things that only a woman's hands can accomplish. And some thoughts that only can come from the feminine divine. But then we are who we are. And we always asking, whose turn? Whose turn to wash the dishes, vacuum, tend the children, pay the bills, do laundry? We argued about this our entire marriage. Now, in the wake of divorce, I realize as long as I am the woman, as long as babies burst through my womb, as long as my monthly cycle repeats itself, it's my turn, perpetually. My turn, my turn, my turn, my turn. As the world turns, mother's hands turn the earth tilt the world. Hands that nurture children, hands that turn the world. Woman's hands, mother's hands, nurturers' hands. Whose turn to change diapers, oversee homework, do hair, find matching socks? Whose turn to make the bed, dust the furniture, mop the floors, walk the dog, feed the cat, shop for groceries? Whose turn to make dinner, punch the clock, pay the rent, save for a rainy day? Whose turn to break up fights, mete out discipline, demonstrate tough love, teach by example? Well now, as long as my female organs continue to repeat the monthly cycle, as long as mothers continue to birth babies, as long as the earth continues to rotate on its axis, it's my turn. Nurturer's turn. Mother's turn. Woman's turn. My turn. My turn. My turn. Whose turn? My turn. Woman's turn. Mother's turn. Nurturer's turn. Mother's hands. Nurturer's hands. My turn.
Ooh. It's always one turn.
Thank you, Kendrah, for letting me touch your piano. I want y'all to know Kendrah is a huge inspiration for me with this piano.
Oh.
Very huge. She doesn't have any idea how much, but I've always wanted to learn how to play. And now I've started taking lessons, and I'm going to share with you where I am now. Words can heal. Words can bring about peace. Words can bring about prosperity. Words can predict the future. Words can bless a person. Words can bless a family. Words can bless a dwelling. Words can bless a community. Words can heal. Words can heal, like the smell of grandma's sweet potato pies baking in the oven. Words can heal. Words can heal, like the self-esteem you never knew you needed until you heard Nikki Giovanni's poem, Ego Trippin', and all of a sudden you felt whole for the first time in your entire life. Words can heal. Like the gospel Maya Angelou preached in her landmark poem, And Still I Rise. Words can heal. Words can heal. You got this. Great job. Way to go. Stay encouraged. Thank you for your service. Words can endear us to each other. Sunny, Snooky, Rev, Doc, Teeny, Tiny, Doll, Doll Baby, Babe, Baby Doll, Sweet Cake, Sweetie Pie, Cookie, Cat, Queenie, Dee Dee, Spank, Boots, and Bootsy. Words can give you grace. Words can grant you permission to extol your highest talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. Words can heal. Words can heal. Your words are your superpowers. Your words of praise can ignite the spark that catapults the next genius into the stratosphere. Words can heal, words can heal, words can bond us to each other. Stinky, winky, sassy, bubba, boo-boo, honey pie, sweet pea, punchy, lovey, auntie, baba-poo, grandpa, and BB. Words, words, words. Words can express love for each other. Papa, mama, nana, mama, sis, cuz, birdie, goosey, ducky, junior, Trey, precious, peaches, and pumpkin. Words can heal. Words can heal. I am sorry. I apologize. I understand. I forgive you. You have my deepest sympathy. Take all the time you need. I am here for you. I love you. Words can heal. Words. Words can heal. Words. Thank you. Thank you all very much. And I would like to say to everyone that Words Can Heal is dedicated to Charlotte Butler, Charlotte Sassy Butler, who's the mother of Kendrah Butler Waters. And this was dedicated to her for her 75th birthday. And Stinky, Winky, and Sassy are Kendrah's family. Thank you all very much.
Hello everyone, I am Janine Cook. You are at Harriett's Bookshop. You can clap for that. So Harriett's Bookshop is now 4 years old.
Wow.
It is impeccable because this bookshop started 6 weeks before the pandemic. For 6 months, everything you see in here me and my crazy self used to take it outside and build it as a bookshop outside to keep the bookshop going. And now you're looking at a bookshop that's been graced by you, of course, amazing people, but also Michelle Obama's peoples and Will Smith's peoples and, you know, like the likes of Vogue magazine and Oprah magazine, CBS, Embassy, PBS, right? Like this bookshop has had an amazing impact, and that's only because we come together here and we do what we're doing right now. I told Miss Denise when I first got here, there was a desk in the middle of the room, and I told them, hey, this place looks crazy. It was gray, and it was purple, and it was terrible. And I said, only thing, please, just move this desk out the way. And when I came back, and I finally did, it was mine, realized that there was a big hole right here. And I told everybody, I said, this place is a portal. They were like, gee, you are a nutcase. First of all, you talking about you about to open a bookshop. You about to open a bookshop, you're going to call it Harriet's, and it's going to be for women, and it's going to be celebrate women authors and artists and activists. And now you're talking about it's a portal? And it is.
And so it is. So it is.
And thank you for being a part of the opening of the portal and introducing a new way and being at the vanguard of what's to come. And appreciate y'all coming tonight. I do want to say one thing, if it's okay, Miss Denise. I love Miss Denise so much, y'all don't even understand. We met in Paris, France, where she curated all the music. So both of us here in Philly never could find each other, never could cross paths. It took us being in Paris, France to cross paths.
Right.
And I think we've probably spoken every day since then.
Every day.
So there is wine and fruit back there. You know, please drink the wine. I don't want to be in here drinking wine all day by myself. They will start saying things about me. There's also fruit back there. Please have a healthy snack and then take some of this good healthy snacking tin. And there's also water if that's not for you. But please don't make me drink all the wine. Stories will be told about me. You understand? I don't want that. Drink the wine. Drink the beer. Again, welcome to Harriet's. We love you here. This is your home as much as it is ours, and you always have a place here with us. So thank you.
Okay, we're gonna play 2 tunes. I just want to take a quick moment just to thank Miss Denise and Janine for allowing our group to come and her to curate this wonderful event focused on women and healing, which is very apropos considering it's Women's History Month. So I just want to introduce all these amazing ladies, musicians. We have Molly DeCoste on violin. The beauty about everyone here is that we all do something else in addition to being amazing musicians. And so Molly also is a PhD student. She's getting her doctorate in and working and doing and creating, and she's one of the most sought after violinists in the city. So I'll go right down the line. Jamaica Johnson-Hester. And in addition to being an amazing bassist and vocalist, Jamaica also is a clinician. She works with music therapists. And so she works with children and has some private students and all of that kind of thing. Then we have Sadea Roberts here. Extraordinary bassist. Out of New Jersey, Camden, New Jersey, but also does a lot in the tri-state and is a bigwig with Blue Cross, running things overseas. So there we go. When she's not being a superwoman mom and wife and all that stuff, she's out running these streets. And then we Lauren Lark, vocalist, educator, composer extraordinaire. Lauren is actually a professor at the University of the Arts. And she has several vocal students, and she and her sister actually run their own music studio called Tight Quest. So many hats there. And I'm Kendrah Butler Waters. Cut it out, Karen.
She can't help herself.
I'm sorry.
Harriett Smith.
I'm hanging out with Starfire. I still got that energy.
But in addition to being a musician, I'm also a third grade teacher, and ironically also working on my doctorate in educational leadership. So I'm just trying to, I'm here working, trying to be a little bit. But we all need some healing up here, because when you got multiple hyphenates, you need some rest. So, wife, mom, Lauren, Putty White, dancer, my wife, mom, choreographer, Karen Smith, multi-hyphenate, percussionist, awardee. So we're gonna get to this music, and I'm gonna stop talking. Here's what's funny. Miss Denise asked us what the name of the group was, and we really didn't have one. We've come together before in a different iteration, so we're just gonna call it Punctuation.
Approved. You'll get you a pen and a journal book for that poetry you just did. Yeah. That was poetic. Yes.
So this first tune we're going to do is an original called Sebastian's Hello, after my son, Sebastian. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. So, speaking of our sons, this next tune that we're about to do is an original tune written for my son. It's called "Your Smile." Oh, this is my oldest son, Isaac, yes. He'll be 8 next month. Oh, yes. Or you can use Kendrah's microphone. That might be safe.
Give them another hand, y'all. They sound great. Sound amazing. At this time, I'd like to invite a young lady up who wrote a really great book. We had her here at another event earlier this year, and her book is Black History in the Philadelphia Landscape. She read from this book, and it was really fascinating. So this time I'd like to invite Amy Cohen up to read from her book. Give her a hand as she comes up now. Maybe
It's not going to stretch, but it could come that direction.
I like being called a young lady because I'm turning 60 in like a month and a half, so I might as well like enjoy.
Do you want to use this one?
I think,
Are you good without the mic?
yeah, I think it's probably better if I use my teacher voice because I don't think, can you hear me in the back? Okay.
Do you want the music thing?
Maybe just for this.
Okay.
So,
There you go.
thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me again. I'm really honored to be here, and when I do more formal, like book talk, presentation kind of things, with a PowerPoint, my first slide is always an elephant, because I say, let's address the elephant in the room. What's a nice Jewish girl like me doing writing a book like this? And I won't give you the full answer, but the brief answer is that in 2005, Philadelphia became the first school district in the country to require a year of African American history. And I was one of the first teachers to teach that course, learned so much. And that set me on a very long journey about learning Black history, particularly local Black history. I'm Philly born and raised, and what I always say is this book took me a year to write, but it's the culmination of 20 years of work. And what the book is, I mean, it's kind of explained in the title, but it's 19 case studies starting in the 1600s, going to the 1970s of events, individuals, institutions in Black history and how they're represented in the landscape, whether through monuments or murals or historical markers or what have you. And all right, I want to do the tacky commercial thing and then pivot to something much deeper, and then I'll do the reading. So the tacky commercial thing is that you can buy the books here, and if you buy them here, you get a free tote bag. So that's one thing I wanted to say. Then, even before Janine spoke about the portal, I was thinking as soon as I walked in here, this feels like sacred space. I was here, I mean, I've been here before off and on, but I was here for hours when I did another event with Miss Denise. And just tonight, when I was kind of settling myself in over at that chair, somehow I knocked over 2 books, and it made a really loud bang, and I kind of looked around, and then I wanted to go kind of prop the books back up. But I saw that the books that I had knocked over was called the Grimke's. And the Grimke family in the general American history narrative is Sarah and Angelina Grimke, who were 2 Southern women who fled their wealthy plantation, enslaved people owning family, and became active abolitionists. But this book that came out last year that I had not heard of, a scholar traces the history not so much of Angelina and Sarah, because their history's been told for almost 200 years now. The Grimke Black descendants, because of course in their family there was lots of rape of enslaved women, and the fact that this is the book that I knocked over, whether you call it a portal, a sacred space, this is a really special environment, and I appreciate being invited here. And you'll understand why I was especially taken with it being a book about the Grimke's because of what I'm going to read. So I'm going to read some excerpts from one chapter about the burning of Pennsylvania Hall. And just to get a sense, how many of you are familiar with that story from 1838? Less than half. Okay. Okay, and this chapter, the book's chronological. This is chapter 6. It's called City of Brotherly Love, ? And I'll just be skipping around. I think you'll be able to follow it, even though I'm not going to read you a 10-page chapter, don't worry. Or you might need a lot more wine. Okay. As residents of the Quaker City, many of us know that our town, and you can hear me okay? As residents of the Quaker City, many of us know that our town was a hub of abolitionist organizing and a busy station on the Underground Railroad. The Pennsylvania Abolition Society, founded in 1775, is the oldest such organization in the country. The American Anti-Slavery Society was established here in 1833. When women were forbidden to join, they formed the Philadelphia Female Anti-Slavery Society, an interracial abolitionist group. Although Lucretia Mott may be the best-known member of the PFASS, I don't want to keep reading the whole name, several notable black women were also founders and leaders of the group. The Fortin family was the wealthiest black family in Philadelphia in the early 19th century. The Revolutionary War veteran and sailmaker James Fortin and his wife Charlotte had 3 daughters, Margaretta, Harriett Fortin Purvis, and Sarah Fortin Purvis. All 4 of the Fortin women were founders, generous funders, and active members of the PFASS. Grace Bustill Douglas, the daughter of a prominent baker and herself a milliner, was also a founding member and served as the group's vice president. Her daughter, Sarah Mapps Douglas, was also an original member. Sarah Mapps Douglas went on to found and lead a school for black girls and became the first black woman to attend the Female Medical College of Pennsylvania. Both mother and daughter were frequent speakers at national abolitionist conventions dedicated their lives to ending slavery and improving the lives of black people. Although Philadelphia comfortably associates itself with the history of abolition, the city was also a hotbed of pro-slavery sentiment. Along with pro-slavery sentiment, anti-black racism grew throughout the 1830s. Members of the growing Irish immigrant community vied with blacks for unskilled jobs and feared that the end of slavery would lead to increased competition. Poor whites resented the small but significant black middle class who had attained economic security in spite of anti-black racism. As Philadelphia attracted increasing numbers of free blacks, rioting and destruction of black homes and institutions increased. Anti-abolitionist feeling had become so strong in the city that by the early 1830s, anti-slavery groups faced difficulty even finding places to meet. A coalition of these organizations decided that the best solution was to build their own venue. The Pennsylvania Hall Association raised $40,000, which is more than $1 million in today's money, by selling shares at $20 apiece. The women of the PFASS were instrumental in this fundraising effort, which made it possible to build a grand 3-story building on the west side of 6th Street between Arch and Race Streets. Okay, so then the building opens. It's this beautiful grand building. The fact that it is opening infuriates pro-slavery Philadelphians. So there's going to be a convention of anti-slavery women, and placards are put up around town saying, "Let's protest this." By the convention's 3rd day, tensions had built as the crowd around the hall grew larger and more aggressive. The newlywed, Angela Grimke Weld, whom the crowd mistakenly believed had just wed a black man, took the stage as a steady barrage of rocks vibrated against the windows and the volume outside increased. Weld addressed the North's complicity with the slave system and recounted her eyewitness observations of the lives of the enslaved. Quote, "What if the mob should now burst in upon us, break up our meeting, and commit violence against our persons? Would this be anything compared with what the slaves endure?" Undeterred by the roiling crowd outside, Weld spoke for more than an hour. As the audience departed, white women and black women walked out arm in arm, hoping to prevent the crowd from targeting the black women. The crowd gathers again. The crowd became a mob intent on destruction. Dock workers from the nearby Delaware River post brought axes, crowbars, and wooden beams that were used as battering rams to knock down the doors. Street lamps were extinguished to obscure the illegal activity. The contents of the reading room and bookstore provided effective kindling for the fires set in the Grand Saloon. The gas lamps in the interior of Pennsylvania Hall intensified the flames. In a foreshadowing of the Move disaster nearly a century and a half later, the firemen on the scene turned their hoses away from the burning building, refusing to help extinguish the flames. And then the police essentially end up blaming the Pennsylvania Hall Association. No one is charged with the riot or the destruction of the hall. The police report on the incident put the blame firmly on the abolitionists themselves. It accused Pennsylvania Hall's managers of, quote, openly promulgating and advocating in it doctrines repulsive to the moral sense of the large majority of our community. And what they really objected to, well, there were three things: anti-slavery talk, women talking from a podium, but most odious of all was the interracial mixing. Although no physical trace of the resplendent, short-lived Pennsylvania Hall remains, there is a historical marker at its 6th Street location in front of the studios of the WHYY radio station. A better place to reflect on the legacy of the city's anti-slavery movement, particularly the movement's women, is at a Quaker graveyard. Murals depicting a group of Philadelphia Female Anti-Slavery Society women and another mural showing a few key leaders are located on each side of an empty lot beside the Fair Hill Cemetery, the final resting place of numerous abolitionist leaders. The Fair Hill Burial Ground in its current form is a fitting place to honor the women of the Philadelphia Female Anti-Slavery Society. In one of the poorest neighborhoods of Philadelphia, an interracial coalition made up mostly of women has worked together since the 1990s to beautify the site, develop educational programs, establish gardens and libraries in surrounding schools, and advocate for neighborhood improvements. Like Pennsylvania Hall, historic Fair Hill illustrates how much can be accomplished when a diverse group of social justice activists, including a large contingent of women, combine their energy. And I just wanted to share one more thing because, putting up a monument or painting a mural or erecting a marker, it's not going to correct the injustices of the past. It's not going to guarantee a more just future, but it matters. And in that poetry survey that we all got on our seats, one of the things that is asked of the Philadelphia female and femme poets, it's on page 40, is which poets should there be monuments built of and where should they be? Because this stuff matters, and
Absolutely.
I'm in awe of all of you creative types. I am purely prose and not poetry, but the last two lines in my book come from the poet Amanda Gorman, who we all remember from reading at President Biden's inauguration, and these two sentences sum up the thesis of this book. And she said, "It's because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it." So I'll leave you with that, and thank you.
Oh, I'm going to put my survey.
There's two here, so maybe this is yours. Thank you.
Wow, would you give Amy another warm round of applause and make her feel great? I mean, you know, I've lived here in Philadelphia for 70 years. And a lot of this history, oh, did I say 70? My God, I meant 35. Y'all know I was confused. Yeah, I was confused. I mean, I've lived here for 35 years, and I didn't know a lot of the history that Amy shared with us, and especially on her last reading, she talked about Congo Square, which is Delaware Avenue and
It's Washington Square, 6 and 7 between Walnut and Spruce.
That park.
right, exactly. So if you want to get a taste of some of this history, some of this Black history, I mean, I suggest that you do a personal walking tour, because it's important. If you don't remember, if you don't keep the history alive, we are subject to forget.
Absolutely.
We're subject to forget, so we have to remember, and definitely remember our ancestors and what they went through, even here in Philadelphia, for our freedom, for us to be able to do what we do. So at this time, I'd like to invite to the mic my good friend Aziza Kinte. She's going to do a little poetry for you. I think there's a mic up there that you can use. Give her a hand as she comes up.
So I don't know if we need a mic if there's not one. But before you start, I just want to say something, just to piggyback on what our historian said. My other name, my legal government name is Sharon Booker, and I actually wrote the Mural Arts program 40 years ago. It was the Anti-Graffiti Network, and I wrote it under the Good Administration, and has morphed into the Mural Arts program, which I am proud to say is a model for mural arts programs all over the world. And and as a world traveler, the first thing I do when I go someplace else is go and look at the murals, and I've been documenting other murals in different countries, and just reflecting on what that means to me as an individual who actually came up with the concept as the Anti-Graffiti Network, which was basically to get the graffiti artists to do something positive and channel that energy into a positive force. And who knew it would work into what it is today, but they're supposed to be honoring me sometime this year, and I hope all you all come out. So with that, Denise and I are going to do a combination thing, because I like to think of myself as a multi-medium artist. I'm a poet, I'm a singer, I fuse jazz and poetry and art, and I don't want to be put in a box.
Exactly.
So I hope that she's going to start with God Bless the Child, and I'm going to do a piece, and I'm going to do a piece.
Yeah, blessed child, yeah, Lord. Yeah,
Only one once, almost new, always passed around. Not exactly old, but mostly new to me. Heir to the hand-me-down. Borrow, wear it, keep it clean. Your mama or sister's suit. Don't quite fit, but still in style. Just right for that job interview. Green shine and pressed, no hair out of place. Crisp, washed, and sorted. Great pride saves face. Dollar down, dollar a week. That's how we get by. Laid away futures from a second-hand past. That's how we survive. Legacies for deferred dreams rekindled and renewed. Hand-me-down hopes slightly warm, but still good enough for you.
So the Bible says, and it's give all the hand, and your papa will have. Yeah, bless the child, got it all.
What she's doing here. This is a phenomenal space, and we're doing a phenomenal thing, bringing that positive feminine energy. Okay. So my second piece is called The Species of She. There's a positive kinetic force that nurtures and guides me, a kind of connectivity derived from the species of she, who spoke ancient words of universal truths out of the mouth of a woman on the train, said my history would continue to repeat itself until I made the necessary changes. During my daily travels, a split second would have altered the vibe. I sensed her protective aura radiating from a kindred spirit who happened by. The familiarity of my mother's laugh danced in the eyes of a kind soul who smiled at me with a maternal warmth that took the chill off the cold. In our circle of women folks, we form bonds of friendship, united by our sameness, our culture, connected by our kinship. At the marketplace, in the motherland, I met sun-kissed young girls, happy and free. I saw in them my karma, reflections of immortality. We are in the likeness of our ancestors, surging with positive feminine energy. To teach, to love, to empower, to be one with the species of she. The species of she. Ashe. So, I'm going to start by scatting, and then y'all could just come on in and I'm going to do a jazz piece, because who's the cousin to the poet? It's the jazz. That's right. Skidda, skibba do you, squeeze, skibba Jazz is my essence. Coltrane's riff is the rhythm in my walk as I beat up to Thelonious, there's rhapsody in my talk. My heart beats to Elvin and Philly Joe Jones. My tempo is upbeat with kinds on that xylophone. There's a little Charlie bird in my blue note. Archie's shooting takes the chill off like a fur coat. I get dizzy when I want to blow. I need a little Billy when I want to take it slow. I'm sassy like Sarah. Dinah makes me mellow. Sometimes when I'm high, strung, I want to skip it out like Ella. The brilliance of Miles makes me crazy. Bud on the piano makes me hazy. I'll glide with Pharaoh on the desert sand. Alice on the cart remind me there's healing in their hands. Kendrah leads me up to Saturn. The fire leads me into a melancholy pattern. I get thirsty just thinking of salt peanuts. Sad when I palm a strange fruit. Twos like ink, walk blood, take 5. My favorite things are jazz chairs down to the roof, downstairs. Jazz in my walk and jazz in my talk. Jazz flows from my lips, it's in the sway of my hips. I'm a walking, talking melody. It be just me and jazz, jazz and me, just me and jazz, jazz and me. Yeah, skibba-da-dee, skibba-da-dee, skibba-da-dee. Skibba-da-dee, skibba-da-dee, skibba-da-dee. Skip-bye, skip-dee-bye, skip-dee-bye, skip-dee-bye-bye, skip-bye, skip-dee-bye-bye. Skibba-da-dee.
Another round of applause and make her feel nice. Giggity bops, giggity doo-bop. Yeah. We got Lynn Rodman sitting in on this piece too. Give these ladies another warm round of applause and make her feel good. At this time, we're going to have another reading from the book Machetes Are Forged in Soft Rivers. This book is one of my favorite books right now. So, Sonny, would you give her a hand as she comes up? She's the author of this book, and she autographed it for me. I'm very happy. So, welcome her and enjoy.
Do you want the mic? Can you all hear me? Can we hear me? Right, then I'll need the mic. You all hear me? Okay, let me squeeze. So I'm going to just read an excerpt from one of the stories. Stories can sometimes get long. The book is called Machetes Are Forged in Soft Rivers, and I am Sana Crispina Flores, a Philadelphia native, an artist, and deeply grateful to Miss Denise and Miss Janine for constantly dragging me out of my comfort space, which is in between the pages. So bear with me as I read a little bit of a story called Empty Land. Her mother, belly full of life and on bended knee, is praying her sin would soon arrive so that she might return to her path of righteousness. She, the life, starved in the womb, fed a constant diet of dark and heavy words, was born, famished. Her hunger lurked behind large brown eyes that swallowed light and consumed it in such a way that you would have thought she was a sleeping goddess awakened violently, only to be disappointed in the desolation that awaited her. This young life was spent seeking an elusive redemption. It was not her sin that she was born a girl. If she had been born a boy, her mother could have negotiated forgiveness. She, however, paid the price. It was always present, this desire to escape the emptiness. When her own womanhood arrived, something else awakened. A shift from mental to physical. Her thighs whispered to her, and she wondered if that bit of sweetness died in her mother when she was born. Honeyed words on fly-trap sticky tongues, greedy hands longing to possess her. She did not know how to let herself be possessed. This only heightened her allure. She became lore. She consumed them. Her emptiness was an abyss. She spent her days in libraries and coffee houses, studying the art of being feminine. She traveled the world through books and articles she had mined on dusty shelves and the internet. The length of one's hair, one's hem, and the absence or abundance of her hips always fascinated her. The ocean she was required to carry in her eyes or pour from her mouth. The delicate yet delicious balance between saccharine and tender. Her example of feminine was her mother's damaged knees, tarnished gold beads, white gloves, bottle of holy oil, ankle-length dresses, and homemade lye soap to rinse the sin from her skin. Her mother's skin, after so many baths, became like stone. Her mother was slowly turning herself into one of the statues she had seen in the books and articles. She refused to use the lye soap, preferred the dime store brand, stole the holy water and rubbed it deep into her skin until it glowed and felt like silk, and wrapped those prayer beads around her waist so that she might embody the sacred. She thought herself a walking prayer. Who had prayed for her arrival? What answer did she embody? Exhaling through her mouth and exiting from days long ago, she began stitching together a new image of herself from the photos, films, and authors of religious, mythological, and social studies. She chuckled at the thought that the images she used were those of women made immortal in stone. Lush, soft bodies, made hard with softly etched eyes, and full lips devoid of song. She was acutely aware that most were created by men. She dawned herself in the one thing that could not be captured, wholeness. This evening, she lay on her bed softly humming a song sung by a woman who spilled her heartache over a sweet melody. This caused her eyes to smile. Women always sweeten their sorrow for the world to digest. A bit of honey on the tongue, an illusion of roses without thorns. She did not believe in this. Instead, she offered a swift, tiny cut with a machete-like tongue. It left no bloody trail, nor a visible scar. These wounds were meant to be a deep incision into your subconscious, a haunting, a white space left unable to be filled in your mind, an empty land. Rolling over, tickled by the lyrics, she dropped her feet to the floor and headed for a small bathroom of her apartment that is perched on the intersection of well-to-do and down and out. The orchids she selected created a fragrant, fertile garden in her thick and tightly coiled hair. The light flecks of amber in her deep brown eyes were highlighted by the smoky clouds she painted on her lids. Parting her lips, she applied a thin layer of Vaseline. The shine forced onlookers to focus on that full, lush space. Imagination running wild at the countless ways it could be used. She practiced a smile. She sharpened her tongue in front of the mirror by dipping her bright red nail in a small glass jar of jasmine and chili oil. She dabbed the oil on the tip of her tongue. This was her favorite place on her body. She always marveled at the candy daggers that tickled her tongue before landing on flesh that she was too soon discard. She then layered lace and silk on her body and slid her feet into red patent leather heels. She clicked her heels together and straightened her spine. One last look. Satisfied, she conjured the being she had envisioned, a fantastical illusion of a black woman wrapped in a cloud. Nestled in her armor, she stepped out onto the bustling street, pausing to feel the wind created by passerbys. Hurried motion. She made note of the faint scent of a perfume she had tested just the other day from an old discarded magazine. Noticed too it was on a woman who reminded her of her mother. Strong floral notes caused her hand to drift up and lightly touch the flower in her hair. The old man who had taken residence up on the corner brought her back to the moment by stating rather loudly, "Cloud 9, baby." She feigned a smile and moved quickly past him. With long, graceful strides, she headed for the small boutique bar given a coetous name to create the illusion that it offered more than tap water and warm beer. 3 steps up and inside. She felt her anticipation rising, not yet as it peaked of slightly inebriated bodies. She was able to take her time to survey her prey. The choices were sparse, but he was visible in the dark corner. The mere fact that he had decided to sit where he could observe the entire room piqued her interest. She made it to the bar, ordered ginger ale with 3 cherries. Leaning on the bar, she could observe him, watching a woman slowly rocking in her seat to another one of those songs where a woman was telling the world how she missed her man. She turned her focus to the woman in absolute awe as she with complete abandon joined quite loudly with the chorus of the song. She sucked her teeth and moved toward the end of the bar and stood right in front of the man, blocking his view and forcing his attention toward her. She took the time to survey him. He was the color of an old copper penny, with a faint spray of freckles across the bridge of his wide nose that rested upon dark, lush, full lips. His mouth seemed out of place. It was soft and inviting, while the rest of him was chiseled and reserved. His suit was tailored, emphasizing the broad expanse of his shoulders. He watched from the dark corner at the end of the bar as she unconsciously licked the corners of her mouth. Taking in the poorly lit bar, he had seen her before. She made him think of stormy weather and wanting to seek shelter. He had not decided on whether to take shelter with her or if it would be better to avoid this kind of storm. Her perfectly manicured nails matched the natural red of her bottom lip and the tips of her shoes peeking from beneath the pillowy layers she had draped them. She set her drink on the bar, the tips of her fingers cool with the condensation, and lightly touched his arm. "Dance with me," she said. And that's the excerpt that I'm going to read for now. Thank you for bearing with me the tumbling of my words. Is it available online?
It's available. It's available here.
It's available here.
They're available. All the books are available.
independent bookshop.
This book is home to Harriet's.
Okay.
If you want the book, come to Harriet.
How much is it? How much is it?
How much is the book?
We sell them for $15.95.
I'll take one.
Can I get some? I'll take one also. We'll do it at the end.
Introduce yourself again.
Yeah, both of the books, all the books are for sale.
Yes.
Amy's book, everybody.
I'm sorry. Again, I'm Sana Crispina Flores. I am an artist here in Philadelphia. I've been an artist and a teaching artist here in Philadelphia forever. Forever. That's how I met Miss Janine. We were teaching together, and we had decided upon first sight that we were going to be friends forever.
All
And here we are, sister friends, cousins, family,
Forever.
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 And she is the reason I am able to be here with Mr.
Wow.
So I'm deeply grateful. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Isn't it gorgeous? Would you?
Would you give her another hand, y'all? Make her feel nice. So we're getting history lessons and stories and stuff, and now we get some dance.
Yeah.
I'd like to just call her 2 words, Putty White. That just sound right, Putty White. Putty White. Lauren Putty White is going to come. Give her a hand as she comes up. She's going to do some dances for us. So get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Don't forget there's wine and stuff in the back, so you can enjoy.
Putty White! Putty
Y'all give her another hand, make her feel good. You know, just the joy, watching her dance and the joy on her face. Well, actually watching everybody and the joy on their faces is just infectious, it's contagious, and wow, I think you should give all these artists another warm round of applause. Putty White, I think I told you that when I was younger, that I was a dancer.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I actually auditioned for Philadelphia when I was a tadpole, and I got picked, but my father wouldn't let me dance. So just watching you awakens the dancer in me. Like, y'all don't want to see that. Y'all don't want to see that. Anyway, somebody asked me to sing something. I don't know. You know the way we were.
Can you do a song for my father, please?
Oh yeah, can you do
Okay, let's do it. What key you want to do? G minor? Okay.
So once again, we'd like to thank you all for coming out and sharing in this divine, divine feminine energy. And you know, we opened this piece with, I usually open it with a tribute to the ancestors. So the ancestors, this portal, this portal's right here. So see the ancestors, we always. Let me hear it. Yeah, I think that's it. Like James a warm round of applause. Funny Valentine. You know the singer Hot 10. Singer Hot 10. Look at me. Singer Hot 10. So we're going to do this one for you real quick. It was entitled My Funny Valentine. Real pretty.
Sweat like Mike Tyson.
Y'all cutting up. Y'all acting up. Hey, Amy Cohen is leaving. Give her a hand before she leaves. Make her feel nice. Remember, you can get her room here too as well. Thank you so much. And see you soon.
I love your book. I put it in the last time. I love him. Yeah.
How was this meeting?
You want to do Okay.
When's your next stop down here?
It's every Thursday.
I said I got stained here.
What are you doing?
But
Okay. You did. Sorry. Let me know.
yeah, it's an arrangement. But just follow the chain. You got a bad case. She got married. I went to see this show another one. Yeah, and it can be heavy. I was like, it makes me feel sense.
So this tune we're going to do is an arrangement of a very popular tune. Miles Davis did his own arrangement of it, but we're going to do my arrangement of it. Yeah, let's do it. This mic stand is not wanting to move. It is good. Here we go. I did the intro. Yeah, let's do it. I think the first change is yeah, it's the same thing as situation. Yeah, it's a I missed it. Oh, okay. You should be there.
Get up and show the world what we have in store. So you have to stay a big time to get up in this place. Time is really hard to pick you up in a crazy race. Sing now, what you waiting for? It's time for you to get up and show the world what we got in store. So you have to stay a big time to get up in this place. Baby.
Can't help it.
That's a church.
No. Yeah, we can.
I'm so sorry. No, it's my fault. That's my fault.
Yeah, literally. You got it. You got it. This is the one we've been out there and regular walk. Oh, this was on down. Yeah. Well, not my Yeah.
Not crazy.
You want Molly's fingers to bleed.
That's not going crazy.
Gotcha.
One, two, one, two, one, two, three.
Black coffee?
Yes.
Okay, so we did some jazz tunes. We did a Roy Hargrove tune. This next tune is entitled Black Coffee. It's one of my favorite songs and one of the first ever jazz tunes I think I ever learned. And Miss Ella Fitzgerald was singing. And I think I'm not necessarily a poet, but I do think when you sing, you are telling a story. You want everyone to be able to kind of let go of their day and be a part of the feeling that you're trying to create. So with that said, this is Black Coffee. Okay. Yeah. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you.
I've been doing this 40 years.
Sure it's time.
And you gotta remember to turn the mic on. Give these ladies another warm round of applause. Lauren, Molly, Kendrah, Jamaica, and Sadaya. Y'all do better than that.
Awesome.
So we're gonna. So right now we like to. Who did that?
Aziza.
I know you did. That's that Gambian. That's that Gambian marketplace stuff coming up out you. You gotta let it out. You gotta let it out. So we're gonna invite Karen back up here, and we can give all the artists who made this such a beautiful evening. KYMA, and them singing bowls. I gotta get with them bowls, man. I'm like, wow, that's some heavy energy, like shifted stuff. And who else? Putty White! Sana! Amy Cohen left. But who else? Who am I forgetting? Anybody?
No, she said Pheralyn.
I said Pheralyn. That's it. Okay, so we're gonna get Misty up here. Janine. Oh, that's later. That's later. Listen. Well, okay. Since y'all called it, Janine and I have been collaborating since we met in Paris. We just been cutting up. And we had the audacity, we some audacious women. I love it. We had the audacity to do 24 hours of joy over the Christmas holiday. You talk about madness. We stayed up, well at least a percentage of us stayed up for 24 hours. But I'm gonna tell you how cool it was. I left at I think, what was it, the 3 o'clock mark. I was like, I'm out. I'm an old lady, I can't do this. I can't. But what was really cool was when we shut down at 9 o'clock, they called me 9 a.m. and said, we crossed the finish line. We collected so many toys, so many books, and we donated them to the Salvation Army. We donated them to a women's shelter on 39th and Lancaster Avenue. And we donated, where the books went to, St. Christopher. The books went to St. Christopher's Hospital. So just stay tuned, because we out here doing stuff. Our next thing is April 21st. And listen, we want to do jumping at the juke joint.
Okay.
With a fish fry.
Okay.
We gotta find some fish fryers and some chicken fries. And we're gonna jump at the juke joint and have some dancing and some music.
Such rocking and bobbing to the break of dawn?
All of that. All of it. So stay tuned. Follow us on social media. Harriet's Bookshop. It's me they follow, and at Denise King Sing, so you can stay on top of the shenanigans. Stay on top of all the positive things that we're doing for the community. And once again, thank you. We're going to get Karen and Kendrah to come up here. We're going to finish out the night. All these guys, thank you again, Lauren, Molly, Kendrah, Jamaica, and Sadaya. Thank y'all for fabulous music. Just work it out. That's what I said. Okay. So I want to introduce you to Misty Soul, who's going to lead us all. We're going to leave here with some positive energy and some meditation. She's going to lead us in a little breathing and meditation just to take some positive energy home with us this evening, tonight, into tomorrow, into the week. Okay? So.
How y'all doing tonight? So I didn't want the microphone because I wanted us to cultivate a quiet space. A space where we can acknowledge this spring, this time of renewal, of flowing streams and budding flowers and buzzing, buzzing bees and buzzing bees. I'm so grateful for y'all having me here. I'm so grateful for all of you and to be in your space. And I'm one of those people that folks say, I give them a calming energy, right? A healing energy. And I appreciate that, but one of the questions that I've been grappling with is, who heals the healer, right? I'm good, but there are things, we have some sickness in the family I've been dealing with this weekend. And so I don't come to you as any type of performer tonight, but I come to you as a part of the community. And I just want to make space for all of us to lift our voices tonight and exhale in the breath of music and rhythm and exchange as a form of meditation. If y'all could experiment with me. And so that can mean your voices in song, that can mean your claps, that can mean your hollers. But I have a chorus for you that I think reflects this spring. So I'd just like you to say, the world is sweet. 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 Keep going. The world is sweet. The world is sweet. In whatever harmony you find, the world is sweet. 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 When the bees are buzzing, the world is sweet. When the bees are buzzing, the world is sweet. When the bees are buzzing, the world is sweet. The world is sweet. The world is sweet. When the flowers are love, the world is sweet. When the flowers are love, the world is sweet. When the flowers are love, the world is sweet. 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 When the land is love, the world is sweet. When the water is love, the world is sweet. When the sky is love, the world is sweet. The world is sweet. The world is sweet. When the wind is our love, the world is sweet. When the wind is our love, the world is sweet. When the children are love, the world is sweet. The world is sweet. The world is sweet. When the birds are buzzing, the world is sweet. When the bees are buzzing, when the bees are buzzing. Find your own hum, your own vibration on your own note. Let me hear you. Yourself and each other, to speak to yourself these blessings for yourself, for each other, the world, everyone else. I speak love to myself. Speak to yourself. I speak joy to myself. What do you speak to yourself? I speak kindness to myself. I speak patience to myself. I speak rest to myself. I speak renewal to myself. I speak gentleness to myself. I speak patience to myself. I speak regeneration to myself. I speak healing to myself. I speak to myself. I speak love to myself. I speak success to myself. Confidence to myself. I speak wealth to myself. I speak healing to myself. I speak release to myself. I speak relief to myself. I speak relation to myself. I speak friendship to myself. I speak community to myself. I speak riches to myself. Granted wishes to myself. Granted wishes to myself. I speak truth to myself. I speak wealth to myself. I speak healing to myself. I speak joy to myself. I speak creativity to myself. I speak wellness to myself. I speak creation to myself. I speak the best to myself. I speak wealth to myself. I speak kindness to myself. I speak softly to myself. Energetic to myself. I speak release to myself. I speak healing to myself. I speak well to myself. I speak well to myself. Community to myself. Blessings to myself. Raining on myself. An ocean of wonders to myself. Clarity for myself. Understanding for myself. And patience for myself. For each other, for myself, for you, for everyone else. Protection for myself, growth for myself, from black to purple to violet to sky. My heart is open and I am in community with the Creator and the ancestors and all of you. I thank you in this spring. Thank you. Deep breath with me. And release. Start to come back. You don't have to open your eyes just yet. You create all that healing. Maybe rub your hands together in prayer. Bring that energy. Place your hands over your heart. Wiggle your feet. And open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Happy New Year. What is it first?
We had a great afternoon, evening. Did y'all have a good time?
Yes.
You had a good time? Am I in Philadelphia? Did you have a good time? That's what I'm talking about. West Side. Thanks again to this fabulous band. We hope to see you again soon. Mark your calendar, April 21st, where we'll be doing something. And then something else. So, thanks again. Have more wine, fruit, and stuff. And good night. Good night, honey. Pleasant dreams.